Hey, friends. This is the first time I'm recording with ears in, so it feels weird, and it's kind of also a test. Testing. I wrote a little for you this morning. I wanted to offer a sort of a tool. I was thinking something everybody could do together, but I know that doesn't ever really work out. But I would love to offer the space for anybody that would consider working that out. Momentum is one of my favorite things to teach about. Vibration is my favorite thing to teach about. And of course, allowing is my favorite thing that I'm still understanding more and more every single day. Momentum, energy, and motion. Energy as in our thoughts. Our thoughts are energy. The more that we think a thought, the more that we are familiar with thinking it, whether it is good or bad, the more attraction, the more momentum that thought already holds, that stream, that vibration already exists with what you've already got from all the parts. So for example, like if for right now you just thought a brand new thing, like tomorrow we're gonna wake up and there's gonna be another sun. Like now we're gonna get our sun, and then another sun's gonna come at like 7 p.m. and it's only gonna be here for a half an hour, and then it's gonna go back to dark again. But all of a sudden tomorrow we're gonna get 2 suns, and you're what? This is a brand new thought. And then you're gonna be like, well, what am I gonna do with this extra daytime? What will we do with this extra evening daytime? How will I sleep? Is it gonna mess this up? What a photo opportunity, whatever you may think, now that next thought is gathering momentum. This is you engaging your power, your free will of thought, and activating your law of attraction. I like to explain law of attraction like gravity's cousin. It is one of those things that how much you know about it, how often you appreciate it, it is constant. It is a law, not like the laws that the men make in the offices. It is a law like constant with gravity, with God, with earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not one that we get to change our minds about. Just like gravity. You can be like, I'm not using gravity today, all you want. Gravity will participate in its way because it is a stable law. So, I'm just going to read a little bit of what I wrote. Our gifts as a creator being is the law of attraction. This gift allows us to coax our inner energy towards that which we desire to manifest. Meaning, we are the only beings on earth with the ability to think as we do. By think, I mean create, dream, feel. Another part of that gift is the free will, but it's not in the way that you think. It actually is mostly about what you think. But it is actually about what you think. You likely, usually, or sometimes only practice thinking based on what is happening around you. When things are good, you feel good. And when things change, you change. This is where you can either harness or disengage your personal power. Your personal power as a creator being. This way of living and learning and understanding does take practice. It is actually an unlearning and an introduction into the land of allowing. There are no wrong or right ways, as we are privy to endless opportunities and possibilities in any moment, and they are free to shift or change in any moment, beginning with our perspective. First our perspective, and then a feeling. Then another thought. Now you are using the law of attraction. Gravity's cousin is here. That's literally what it does. Like, you think something, and then you think another thing, and then you think another thing. The thing here is where we get excited, and then our logic clicks, and it's like, it stops all that creative momentum, and it doesn't let you get it. In fact, sometimes it even starts to build resistance against it. Which is where the next part comes in. I was wanting to share my idea, my way, my practice of the 3-day imagination vacation or 3 days off of a topic that is giving you negative emotion or negative emotional feedback or not joy. If something in your life does not feel good or feels like it's not working for you, I believe with the processes that I've learned that I can teach for you here or explain to you however else, because I understand learning comes differently. I learn differently. I did not learn the way that my friends learned in school. I just learned differently. So, I understand if it doesn't make sense this way. But I would bet, one of my favorite body parts, that's what I used to always say, I'd bet my favorite body part that something inside of you knows what I'm saying to you is legit. This is not just somebody making something up. Enough people are getting this, that it's about time that you get this too. And you're free to wait. You're free to never activate your abilities as a creator. You're free to just let life happen to you if that's what you want to do. But at any moment, you can use your ability to stop in the process of a thought or before a thought gets momentum and engages in the law of attraction and starts getting you into that. When you first think a thought, you're like, oh God, don't think about that. That's your intuition saying, don't think about it. Because if you're thinking about it from a resistant or a negative headspace, you're only adding more power and energy to that. We can talk more about vibration as the days go on. This is just about the process of this with the 3 days. I'm going to read more. If you can gradually allow that focus for a minute or two without dashing it with your now reality, if you can let your new dream, your new perspective, your new idea, that feeling that just gave you relief, joy, elation, tingles, chills. I'm freezing because I'm outside and it's January and I'm always chilly. Okay. If you can let that feeling be without diminishing it, without coming into your logical mind, you will begin to create new momentum. Allow the good feelings, allow the excitement, the relief, the aha, the yes, then think it away. Once you start to get like, oh, what do I do next? If you have to think, you're not ready. If you took a few days off of a topic and you just received an idea, that brand new idea is not ready to be fully executed by you. It's just ready to be planted. That's how you plant the seeds of manifestation. Let the idea come, ooh, thank it and bless it. This does feel hard in the beginning. It feels a little like, really? Yes. And then the rest of the day, the rest of those minutes, as many as you can, feel appreciation. I'm so thankful that I know an answer is coming. Because if I know that these cues in my body, my intuition, which is my higher power guiding me, my stream giving me the cues that my body was meant to be able to read or not read, or to acknowledge or not acknowledge, if I can let that be my guide, I will be able to do this. You can change your living experience in any topic probably within 2 weeks. You can certainly change your perspective under 2 weeks. You can soften resistance if you can let it be. For 3 days, you can soften resistance around anything in 3 days. Not to solve a problem, not to get anywhere. And sometimes it isn't about changing anything except for your perspective. But that is where our power is as a creator. And that's where you can let momentum just be. Sometimes things are so mucked up that there is not an easy answer. Everything that we create is perfectly created to be just that. But it all comes with more and more and more and more and more. You cannot stop a more and more and more on a dime and just poof. When that happens, it's like one of those big miracles. That life-shaking shit doesn't really feel good in our body. We like momentum. We like to get an idea and work toward it. We like to feel accomplished. We like to feel like we're in the groove. That's what we came here to do in this body with our thinking mind, with our emotional database and feedback. That's what we came to be. You can be that or not. But at any moment, if you're living an experience, whether it's physical body, work, and a relationship, anything you want, you can change it, starting with a new perspective and then letting momentum come. Reading more. This takes time, but not that much time. Within 3 days, you can soften any resistance. We soften resistance by not vibrating on a subject that pulls us into a negative headspace or a negative emotional direction. The word vibrate means think, It means emotionally feel. If you don't practice feeling a certain way, you're letting that momentum soothe. So for example, if you're stressed about bills and money, if you can find a window where you don't have to actually look about it or think about it, maybe you just paid the things, maybe you just went shopping, if you got a couple of minutes where you can just let it be, that's where you practice. I'm allowing a new experience. You know, this uncomfortable is my inner being telling me that I'm ready to level up with my money. I'm ready to move past this scarcity. I'm ready to allow abundance into my experience. And I'm ready to let my guide tell me, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. And then anytime you get a chance, whether it's like, if you feel like you have more food, or if you're having more company, if the weather is extra beautiful on a day that it should be really cold, practice that. Thank you for this extra beautiful day in January. Thank you for this day, whatever it's going to be. If you have something planned that you know is going to be good for you, whether you're planning on just being good to you, let that be what you vibrate on, think on, focus on for those 3 days. Imagination vacation is what I like to call it. You're literally like on purpose. You're still doing your work. You're still going to work. You're still taking care of your children. You're still doing the laundry. But in your mind, you are purposely not focusing on anything that does anything that feels like work. For a few days, you're putting your mind on imagination vacation, whether that looks like you do extra writing or drawing or yoga or running or whatevering. Maybe you take yourself on a little physical vacation. Depending on where you are in your experience, all that kind of changes and varies and is unique to you as your creator being. 3 days off of a painful, scary, or even an impossible situation is all the time you need to allow another way, another idea, and another perspective. Once you've received this new idea, gently begin molding that creative thought. You do this by closing your eyes and feeling it. When you receive that emotional feedback, those tingles, that aha, that good, that soothing, that relief, that is the feedback from your source. That's that feeling, that's on purpose. That's supposed to be like, yes, this is what you want to feel. And as soon as you start to feel the doubt come, or you start to engage your logic, or you're like looking at reality like, oh God, we're way too far away from that, that's when you stop. Your job is never the how, creator beings. Your job is just, what do you want? What do you want to feel? How would you like to feel? Why would you like to feel this way? Because I want to feel good. Because I want to feel happy. You know, you don't have to think about how you're going to get there. You just set the vibration. I want relief. I want happy. I want freedom. I want health. I want stamina. I want power. You know, I want love. I want fun. Okay. And then, so that's all. You think it, you let that relief come, that first thought. Oh, thank you. Thank you. There's my guide. I'm engaging my body. I'm engaging my thought. I am using my soul body alignment. Woohoo. I'm using my soul body alignment. That's my first step in being this creator being. You're not going to know all the steps. That's where we surrender. We surrender knowing the whole game. We surrender the control. That's where surrendering really comes. We don't surrender as in stop. The thing about being a creator, it doesn't make you a less of a being. It makes you a more of a powerful living human in your own personal power, which is our only actual power, not by going around and controlling and manipulating and however else, including myself, lived before I understood how I was meant to function as a human in this form. So, to finish up, I will just repeat. Your epiphany after 3 days off deserves at least 3 more days to think and to mold and to draw new thoughts. Unless you are on energetic fire, unless you know your intuitive goal, your cues, your nudges, unless you're already practicing the breadcrumbs, unless you already know where you're going, you want to give that thing, that new thought, that new baby seed 3 days to start growing and drawing more thoughts. Without your like, you know, dodge that logic. Whenever the logic comes, we're not doing that. Just it's not to say like you're not admitting reality. You are existing the same way. You're being hopeful or you're not thinking about it. That's what you do. Usually not thinking about it is how we stop it when it's hard stuff. You just got to practice not thinking about it. By 2 weeks of practicing this loop, You will change your real-time experience with any topic, any situation, any circumstance that you are living now. Any one of them. Any one of them. Any one of them. I can't say this enough. I've done this with every single part of my life. So any part of your life can be shifted by using that loop. And I'm going to go, friends, because I'm freezing. Have a great day.
The end.